Are we gonna do a video about you? Or you? Or you? Are we gonna do a video about you?
We're definitely gonna do a video with you.
Just kidding, it's another video about you. Nerdy dude stuff.
For those of you keeping track at home, today's beer of the day is brought to you by Goose Island Beer Company out of Chicago, Illinois. This is called Tropical Beer Hug, and this is an Imperial IPA with 9.9% alcohol by volume. I am a sucker for a good pun, so I decided to get this ginormous tall can, even though I'm not a huge fan of Goose Island. But this is a decent little Imperial IPA. Nice and clear coloring, as you can see. It's got some fruity notes, traditional Citra Mosaic hops, but it kind of tastes like a pineapple-y Christmas tree. Very, very light on the hops forward, but you have a little bit of an alcohol burn from that 9.9%. And again, it tastes like a pineapple Christmas tree. So probably about a 7.5 out of 10. Cheers to you guys.
Pink, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video about plug and play at home mining. If this is your first time on the channel, please take a moment to consider hitting that subscribe button and turning on the bell notifications as we post videos weekly, and we do a stream every Monday around 2 p.m. Eastern. Also, please take a minute to definitely like this video, as I guess it helps out algorithm or something, but like the video. Anyway, we have been talking about the Xaminer for the past few videos, and we've kind of done a outline of the content that's to come with a lot of information squished into a tiny package that we now are going to start doing videos, including Helium videos and Planet Watch videos and deeper videos and block create videos and all that stuff. But we want to start unpacking the actual full meat and potato information of Xamining and the scprime, just because I really do like this platform. If you guys got on the waitlist after we did a couple of videos, they stopped the waitlist for a little bit, but the waitlist is now back up. So if you want to get onto that waitlist to get yourself a spot to get an Xaminer, do that now. We're going to show that on screen. But also, a couple people in Discord has said they've received their waitlist emails to purchase one of the units. I think it's a 16 terabyte unit, but nonetheless, you can still purchase one of those and upgrade it. So make sure you go and check your email if you join their waitlist, which is really exciting. So with all that said, there's some information I want to go over on screen today. I do know that we made some clickbaity titles with potential earnings and rewards, and I want to clear some of that up and show you guys everything. So with that said, let's jump on over and let's just get right to it. All right, so first off, if you want to get your hands on one of these bad boys, there is a wait list going on right now, but like I said a few seconds ago, they are actually sending out the invites to emails to purchase. So you want to go to xaminer.net, and you're going to go onto the main screen here. You can either just scroll down or you can click buy now. And I believe right now they are waitlisting or allowing people to purchase the 16 terabyte, but you can get your name put on all three of these for the 16 terabyte, 40 terabyte, or 64 terabyte. Really simple. All you need to do is just click on the one of choice. It's going to take you to this screen here. You're going to put in your email address and hit join waitlist, and then you'll be able to get notifications when those are available to purchase. So I recommend doing that. And once you get it purchased, the shipping is actually really quick. There's no 6-month wait time. There's no pre-purchase these devices and then wait 6 months like a certain project that we talk about, Helium. But it is really nifty. You join the waitlist, you purchase. It comes in within like a week or two instead of this long ass wait, which is really solid. Now, the last 2 videos ago when we did our unboxing, yes, we did make it a little clickbaity when we said mine over 5,000 a month with this crypto miner. Where we got those numbers was from this calculator, which you can go to xaminerstats.com, and you can put in that you have the 64 terabyte hard drive model like I do. You can put in that you're renting all 64 of your terabytes, and then you're going to get an estimated earnings of 8,980 or SCP a month, which at current token value is at 65 cents. So if we do that in the calculator, we do 8980 times 0.6584 equals $5,912. Now, where I did not keep you informed. Oh, also, now they actually have the update here. There's only 400 miners that are active right now, which is awesome. And again, this project isn't even live yet, and we'll see that here in a minute. They're just using like testnet storage. So that's what's being distributed out, but this is our storage capacity. And we've got some really cool storage content to talk about in future videos, and we might just dabble a little bit in this one as we talk about it. So where we are kind of sort of potentially misleading without intentionally being misleading, but the numbers aren't really 100% accurate, comes from the main site. So if we go to scpry.me, trying to keep the mouth noises away from there, you go to their main site right here, and then you want to go up into their documentation. So you click on that, and you're going to be taken to a screen that looks like no. And there's a lot of good documentation. Again, do your own research. I recommend you talk through and you walk through everything and you read it. But the most important thing that we want to talk about is we go into scprime documents, we go down to storage provider earnings. And we're just going to jump right into the very important note that they have here at the top before we look at some of the potential earnings on a realistic scale. Okay. A common question asked when a person is interested in becoming an scprime storage provider is how much can I earn? This document will address this question. And the first thing to understand is there is two types of income a storage provider can earn: rent and incentives. So note, very important, scprime is a permissionless network that is built to heavily favor data storage sales via a company called Xaminer Services. This company will launch January 18th of 2022. So it's not even live right now. Even though we go back to the miner stats and stuff, we see that they've got miners and petabytes and actual storage being used. They're only 306.37 terabytes. This is just their testnet storage. They haven't even begun selling the storage opportunities just yet, or attempting to undercut like AWS and all that stuff, which I know they're going to be targeting and going for. So this company will launch on January 18th, 2022. Though testing data is currently hitting the network from the products before they go live, the community has created some calculators to determine various cost profit models, but are all based on assumptions that will not remain consistent once products are launched. Our focus is on making this a profitable, low-power mining operation that you can earn passive income for several years to come. And we covered that in one of our last videos about why I like this device, because we don't necessarily need to upgrade to the next model next year like you have to do with ASIC mining and GPU mining. If you want to stay ahead of the difficulty in the curve, you just get a whole buttload of storage and you let it sit and be online 24/7, and you rent it out and so on and so forth. But today, there's no possible way to know what payouts will look like beginning in January. We'll update this document over the next several weeks. The reason why they say that is because as of right now, when they have 9.26 petabytes of storage capacity available and they really don't have any clients using any storage, they can only base the numbers kind of sort of off of the storage that they currently have there. And again, this is more of a community built program slash calculator slash thingamabloop that is showcasing the potential earnings of this project. Now, the reason why I do like a lot of this is that there are, like I said, two ways to earn. One is rent. Axel's playing around. I should not be leaving my puppy unattended, but he's out there playing around. We're potty training him right now, so if you hear bells jingle, I'm sorry. All right, method number one, rent. Providers enter into smart contracts primarily with SCP Corp for sales to business and enterprise customers. Through this contract, SCP is exchanged between the host and renter on a continuing basis until the contract is concluded. While on an Xaminer, pricing and other contract settings are automatic with a homemade host. Costs of storage, upload and download fees, contract length, yada, blah, 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 blah. We saw that on the dashboard, which we'll show in a different video again when we talk about that. Current recommendations for pricing are between 10 to 20 SCP per terabyte per month. These are, of course, subject to change based on the value of the utility coin. And then a 16 terabyte Xaminer with 10 terabytes full at a price of 15 SCP per month could potentially and approximately earn 150 CP. So yeah, if you rent out your and this is just for the terabyte. This doesn't factor upload and download fees, but will give you a general idea. So if you have 10 terabytes rented out at 15 SCP, let's say right now they're charging 1 SCP is at what I say 0.6584. So let's just roughly say it's going to cost people $10 a month a terabyte to store. So that potentially, well, that's what you would be getting to rent. It might cost them, 15 or 20 or more, something more along those lines, but you could be potentially earning almost $10 per terabyte based on these numbers here. And of course, that'll fluctuate. So it might not be 15 SCP down the road if that token does jump up in price to $5, $10, $15. It might just be one token just because of the token value appreciating. And if we go back and we look at the token, its current market cap sitting at like what, 40 million. I mean, it's such baby mode right now, which is super crazy and awesome to get a hold of. And it's only on two exchanges at the moment, with SouthXchange being one of them. So, and then there's other ways to earn We're going to go down here to incentives. While rent payouts are based on contract cycles, typically 30-day increments, incentives are paid monthly to providers for storage instance that follows project guidelines. Xaminers do this automatically. Incentive serves two purposes currently. While our product is in beta, incentives supplement provider earnings when rental income is modest and encouraging provider costs consistently, as well as rewarding uptime. So you need to believe I keep it up for about 0.9 or like 94% of the time for some of these incentive rewards as the network and project grow. So if you have your uptime, you're going to get free space. You can be looking at pay is out 0.01 SCP per gig free a month. Use space, you could be looking at 0.125 SCP per gig per month. And then location not being used, performance not being used, and audited words. This is a strong beer. But yeah, so those are some other incentives just to have these devices running, because really what's going to incentivize you to run this device if they're not putting storage on it and you're just going to be sitting there spending your $5 a month in power, other than utilizing and kind of being supplemented with these opportunities here. So then the expectation really is that you want to keep your Xaminer up online probably about 94% of the time that you have it. Make sure that your internet doesn't go out or anything like that. But these are more of a realistic expectation on the potential earnings versus just being sold the dream. Like, yes, a little guilty of selling an oversale of the dream, but realistically with the project, this is just going to go crazy. So all of us early adopters and early backers and early people getting tokens at this price are going to be pleasantly surprised in the next 1 to 3 years, I wholeheartedly believe. So a lot of good information there. I do encourage you to take a few minutes to get over to the site and to run through their documentation here if you haven't done so, and also spend a few minutes on the white paper as well. And I know they're also re-releasing some documentation that's going to go into better detail about the collateral, which of course we will cover here on this channel. Anywho, that's going to do it for me today, guys. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me on Discord or Twitter. Link for that is in the description of this video down below. Get on the wait list if you want to get your hands on one of these bad boys. Don't be late to this party. Very, very exciting platform. Very, very excited project. Remember, it goes live in a month and 4 days, so who knows what's going to happen. You can get yourself some tokens. All that listing is descriptions and things and stuff and things and blah, 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 blah. Besides that, like, comment, subscribe, turn on the bell notification, all that good stuff. I'm O'Price, and we'll see you guys next time.